Here again with the, with the second box of the Kit Kats from the Kit Kat studio. For those who haven't watched the first video, do you want to give them just a quick rundown? My husband's here.
Yeah, so basically Kit Kat Studio have opened up a couple of temporary stores around a couple of different states in Australia. You can go in there and you can create your own Kit Kat bars and they'll actually make them for you on site. They also sell a bunch of limited edition Kit Kat flavours that I believe you can only get in Australia. So that's,
yeah. Watch the first video. I'll put a link to that if I remember in the description below.
If you hear any noises, it's a baby trying to wiggle out of my arms.
Yes, our son is here in the background, so he's just playing a little bit. So I do apologise if you hear any squeaking or there's some squeaking. Alright, if you've watched the first video, you'll know that I mentioned one of these, I believe, is the same as the other box. We will try it again, just in case you haven't watched that first video, though. They come in a really nice gift box. But again, as I sort of mentioned previously, they are not sealed, so best eaten within 5 days.
And they're also $30 for one of these boxes.
Yes. But you know, when they're limited and you know you're never going to be able to try them again, I say go for it. You can also... he's just making a bit of noise in the background. You can also see the cat here. Hello, little man. Alright, let's keep going because he sounds like he's getting a bit noisy back there. Alright, so we've got a little sheet that shows us what's in there. So the first one we have is raspberry, rose and hibiscus. I'm not overly excited about that. Eating flowers, I don't know, doesn't really excite me. The second one is a reimagined traditional Australian lamington. I think that's going to be really nice. Just some, coconutty sort of chocolate. Number 3 is butterscotch fudge, pretzel and pecan. I'm excited to try that, although if you watch the other box, not too thrilled about the pretzels in there.
The pretzels really overpowered the couple of them.
They did. So when you had the pretzels, that was kind of all I tasted. And the bottom one, this was the one that is a double that was in the other box, which is the Anna Polyviou creation. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. So she's a chef, we believe, from Australia.
Her hometown's Melbourne.
Her hometown's Melbourne, there you go. There's a bit of a description on the back of what they are.
Read those out.
That's all right. So my husband's actually feeding our son, so I might read those out as we go. So let's have a look at the box first. You can see a stray pretzel on the top of that one. All right, so the first one, which you can clearly see standing out here.
Looks like Tutti Frutti.
I think you're just seeing all the florally bits there. That is the raspberry, rose and hibiscus. I won't read out all the description.
Turn it backwards and show the audience what it looks like on the back.
That is true, yeah. So it looks like potpourri on the back of it, which is why I'm not really that excited for this one. But they're quite messy. I would not recommend sort of giving them to kids because you're going to end up with stuff everywhere. Okay, so this one, just to have a quick look at the info, is fragrant rose petals, tart raspberries and crisp dried hibiscus with white chocolate, as you can see there.
You love the rose and you love white chocolate. How can you go wrong?
I'm not really sure what I think on dried hibiscus flowers, so let's have a go. Oh.
You know what it tastes like to me? A certain cereal or something I've had, like Sultana brand or something like that.
It's very sweet, that one.
I like it.
It's very sweet.
You get a lot of raspberry sort of in it.
The rose as well is quite strong for me. If you like rose, I think that would be a great Kit Kat.
Despite having like a lot of stuff on the back of the Kit Kat, it doesn't really like... The Kit Kat still tastes quite smooth. It doesn't feel like you've just got like dirt or flowers in your mouth. So.
No. I'm just going to skip ahead to number 4, which is the Anna Polyviou creation.
So, as in the last one, she's an award-winning pastry chef. Melbourne's her hometown. And this is her own unique style based on Melbourne.
Now, if you've watched our last video, I think I showed the back of it. It's rather different. This one has a lot more in the way of marshmallows on it and a lot less popcorn.
I believe these ones, like the make your own ones, are also made at that studio. So it could be why there's some discrepancies between
Yeah,
the
so
two.
they're all like hand done, I would imagine.
Yes.
So, as we said, the pretzels are quite overpowering, and unfortunately, we've both got a whole pretzel there. So we'll try this one again.
I'm just going to eat my pretzel off before I have my one.
Pretty much the same as before.
Not a big fan of that one.
See, I like this one, just minus the pretzels. So the marshmallow and popcorn, I'm going to eat the rest of that piece because I really like popcorn. Yum, yum, yum. Alright. Well,
You want the second one or the third one?
we'll go with
one?
number 2 here.
Reimagined traditional Australian lamington. Sounds like Heston Blumenthal.
It sounds like something he would do. Oops, knocked the camera, sorry. For those who aren't in Australia, a lamington is kind of a sponge, square of sponge. It's dipped in like a chocolate mixture and then coated with coconut, basically.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Some of them occasionally have jam, like in between the layers, but
You have jam in the middle of the
a
sponge as well.
traditional one is just, like a light sponge, chocolate, and coconut. So,
On the back of that one, you can see the coconut very, very clearly.
Handcraft with crisp batch, blah, 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 blah. Our chocolatiers have combined toasted coconut and jammy strawberry pieces to craft this reimagined Australian classic. So this one they're obviously using jam.
You can kind of see the little strawberry piece is not... Oops, I haven't got it on camera. Alright. Like I said, I think this one's going to be nice. Bit of toasted coconut. You know, little dried sort of strawberry bits.
Instantly tastes like a lamington when you put it in your mouth.
If you like lamingtons, you'd definitely like that. I mean, it's... Even if we had not known what that was, that would have been easy to guess.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like that one. That's good.
And I believe the last one we have is the only one that has actually used dark chocolate rather than regular milk or white.
That's very true. And I'm just going to... There's a giant pretzel sitting on top there.
So this is the...
Which has obviously marred the chocolate.
Christmas edition butterscotch fudge pretzel and pecan for all those Americans out there.
We say it pecan here.
Handcrafted with 70% premium dark chocolate. Chewy butterscotch fudge. Crushed salted pretzels and crumbled pecans have been selected by our chocolatiers to create this new Christmas tradition.
I note that the pretzels here are not actually whole ones, so that's good. Here's your piece. Although there was like a whole one that I threw off sitting on top, which is a bit strange. Excuse me for a moment. Our cat is nibbling on our Christmas tree. No.
And then she throws up and it looks like all sparkly and tinsely.
Sorry, I took out the camera there trying to save the Christmas tree. Hang on, I better try it.
Not sure about that one. The dark chocolate's definitely very strong. And you get a little bit of like the fudge and the salt, but
I
it's
don't
also
think
just lost.
it is. It kind of all blends into the chocolate. Maybe they needed whole pretzels on that one rather than the pieces. Yeah, it's a bit plain. It's really just dark chocolate with kind of crunch on the back of it rather than extra flavour, sadly. Yeah, so in that box, I think the reimagined lamington down the front left and the Anna creation.
I really like
try
the
her surname
raspberry
again.
rose and hibiscus, but
This one here.
yeah.
Oh well, that's fine. Again, same as the first box. We like different ones, so we won't have to fight over who gets to eat what.
The best part about going to the studio is they kept giving out free Kit Kat samples. So they ended up giving me like 30 Kit Kats in my bag when I
Just
bought
little
this.
like mini
And they
sort of
gave
ones.
me like 30,000 Kit Kat branded red serviettes too.
That is very true. I was going to use those today, and I could have used them because I feel a bit sticky now. But that's all for now because my son's getting a bit unhappy and we're out of different types of Kit
Show
Kat.
the cute cat before we go.
Hang on, let me just... There's one of our cats sitting on the table staring at the Christmas tree.
That's Noodles.
That's Noodles. Hey, Noodles. Bye.
Bye-bye.